I'm looking forward to all of them. Number one is debates. I'm going to have a lot of debates with my friends and with everyone who will be available. Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Fabian Mbugua and you're watching PMM Youth Explore. So I'm here to give the part 2 of my introduction. And last time you got to know me, you got to know what this channel is about generally, but I didn't give the specifics of what I'm going to be doing. I just said that PMM Youth Explore is all about the youth, but specifically what am I going to be dealing with, because there's so much about the youth. I might be touching on a few, or like generally I'm going to be doing so much, but there are specific areas that I will concentrate on, and that should be the purpose of doing this channel. You know, every channel has a goal, and I have now to tell you my goal, and I'm going to jump right into it. So generally, like I said, this is not limited to what I'm talking about right now. This channel is not limited to the things that I'm going to state today, but the major things that this channel is about. So number one is personal growth. I am about personal growth and personal development, especially as a young person, because this is the stage where you get to actually know yourself. This is the stage where you start to know that you are created for a reason, and now it's time to do that you are created to do. I am happy for people who realize themselves when they are early, when they're still children, and they are pursuing whatever they were supposed to do. But I've met so many people, and when they are about to 18 to up to 20, that is when they start to like now fully realize what they are up to do. And it's good that sometimes we have done so much before we get to the point we are right now. But when you are a young person, you now get to know that I am here in this world for a reason, and there is a purpose that is attached to me, and that is what we are going to be doing in personal development. We're going to be looking at the best way you can be you in this world, and growing that person that is you. And you know, this life is about emptying yourself to the world and giving the best that you can give to the world, until one day when you're finally gone out of this world, there's something you will be remembered for, and there's something you will also be answerable to when you go to heaven or wherever you will go. So this channel is about personal growth and personal development. That is one of the major segments of this channel. Number 2 is relationships. Yeah, that is another epic segment of this channel. You know, as young people, we now get to realize that there's something called love, there's something called friendship, deep friendship, and we start to have many different kinds of relationships. Maybe if you're already working, you have a relationship with your boss. If you're still a student, you have to have a relationship with a good relationship with your lecturers. You need to have a good relationship with fellow human beings, and just being human enough, and also being you enough, so that you're able to take care of everyone's feelings, and you're also able to take care of your own feelings. We're going to go deep into relationships, all types of relationships, romantic kind of relationships. We're going to look at love. We're going to look at general things about relationship, and also specifics. I am hoping that I'm going to host some couples. You're going to see happy couples, because some people have already come to terms with the fact that love is a scam. But love is not a scam yet. I'm going to be bringing couples, and we are going to also have some discussions about relationships. Number 3 is education. You all know that education is a big part of being young. And in Kenya, almost 50% of your youth, because we believe that youth ends at 35, that is according to the constitution. The almost 50% of your youth is spent in learning. That is if you're still pursuing learning. But how do you get to balance education and also your personal development, your financial growth, everything, and also get to know the importance of it? I'm still surprised that there are people who are still taking education for granted. Sometimes it's us to blame, the youth, because we are out here saying there are no jobs and we are making it look like education is meaningless. And some of the primary school students, imagine primary school students are dropping out of school, and it's something we really have to address. We have to come and sit together and agree on the fact that education is really important, and to look at the best way to actually spend your youthfulness in education. You don't have to spend the whole life reading and being in books, but education is a continuous process, and we are going to be looking at it in details. So next thing is influence and power. Did you know that being a young person presents you so many opportunities to influence the world, and you have a lot of power to influence the world, and influence comes with power, of course. And being young people, you have the energy, you have education, you have the knowledge, you have the wisdom, you have energy sana sana, like you have so much, and you have so much that you can offer to the world. You have leadership skills. I'm surprised that we are not electing young leaders, but we are also going to be looking at influence and power in terms of being young. We are also going to be looking at the challenges that we youth go through. We're going to be looking at the causes of the challenges that we're going through, and also the solutions. Because I believe there is a road to everything, and there's also a solution to everything. So we're going to be looking at some of the challenges that we're going through as the young people, and we are also going to be looking at how we can actually overcome such challenges. Because there's this slogan that came with this proverb that experience is the best teacher. So you're doing whatever you want, and then you will learn from your own experience. It doesn't have to always be like that. Experience is not always the best teacher. You can learn, you can listen to what people are telling you, you can read and see what people went through when they did whatever you want to do. So we're going to be looking at some of the challenges we're going through, the causes and the solutions. The next thing we're going to be looking at is financial management and money discipline. Something I didn't tell you when I was introducing myself is that I am a university student, and I am pursuing a bachelor's degree in commerce, and I specialized with finance. I am so passionate about finance because that is where the money is. That is, if you can manage your own cash, no matter how small it is, you're able to take control of the world. Being young, sometimes you don't have a lot of money, because as you grow, you keep getting the promotion if you're doing a job, or if you have a business, as you grow, it keeps growing also. But you don't get, when you're a young person, you maybe don't have a lot of money, but the little you have is what transforms into the big money. So financial discipline and money discipline also is really important, and we're going to be talking about it here. We're going to be bringing people, and they're going to be telling us what they did. We're going to be looking at investments and businesses that other young people have done, and they have really succeeded in it. You have seen people who have really gotten rich by involving themselves in online trading and forex. I'm going to bring some of my friends, and I know they're going to contribute so much into this topic. We're going to be having some lessons from books, money discipline and financial management books. I am a fan of reading. I do love reading and I have learned a lot. And this is one of the major reasons I decided to begin this channel, because I feel that I started reading when I was a very young person, like when I was still in high school, and I have learned so much, and I wish that we can have such we can have such discussions, because we keep growing and we need this information. Information is power, by the way, people. Love reading, by the way. We're going to be looking at the financial management in terms of also the financial books and financial coaches. Okay, the next thing we're going to be doing is leadership, and it's a major segment when it comes to youthfulness. You don't need to be elected as a leader for you to be a leader. You're already a leader on your own. You're going to be a leader amongst children. No, sometimes you don't even realize it. You're with children or you're with people who are younger than you, and already you need to step up into leadership, because they see you as the leader and the more mature person in that. We're going to be looking at taking leadership and how best you can lead a good life. You can also be your own good leader. You need to be your first. You're going to be a leader to yourself, of course. So what are the approaches that we're going to be using in this channel to discuss all this? Do not expect me to be sitting here all along and trying to talk about these things alone. I cannot be doing that. I will bore. If I do that, I will bore you people. So I have come up with different strategies that we're going to be using to do all that I have talked about today. And I know they are going to be enjoyable, and I'm looking forward to all of them. Number one is debates. I'm going to have a lot of debates with my friends and with everyone who will be available. Of course, right now there are financial constraints about traveling, but I'm going to use the people that are here, the people who are closer to me, and we are going to have debates about most of the things that I'm talking about. We are also going to have therapeutic sessions. Therapeutic sessions are going to be more of speaking up. I'm going to do a speak up therapy kind of session, because I believe most of the issues that we have originates from not speaking up sometimes. The problem you're going through, someone else have gone through it. Even if they are not professional therapists, they can tell you how they handled such a situation. So my kind of therapy is going to be speak up therapy, where you speak your problems and sometimes you share them with people. And we are also going to have people who either you're going through that or you went through that and you handled it. And when we look at the situations, you're going to find out that we have the solutions within ourselves. We have the solution with other people, and if we can just speak up, we are going to have solved so many problems. Someone said that a problem shared is a problem half solved. So even if sometimes the solution is not found, you imagine you've already solved 50% of your problem by just speaking up. So, and speaking up is not just about letting it go. It's also about how many people are you reaching out after you've talked about that. And that is why I have come up with this channel, because when we can sit down and have a talk about something maybe you're going through, imagine someone else might get to hear that, and they're going to heal, and they're going to see that they're not on their own. They're not facing that alone, because sometimes you feel like you're the only person going through something. And this section is going to be very deep to me, because I'm also going to be sharing some of my stories, some of the things that I feel should be addressed, and some of the things that I know that people need to heal from. Because right now, imagine there are people who are really going through depression, and it hurts me so much. And if I had the power, if I would just be given one power by God to just heal every kind of depression, I will, because depression is a sickness that is, I think, more painful than even the physical sickness, because emotional sickness, we are going to be talking so much about that, and trust me, this is going to be a very important part of this channel, and it's going to be a healing process for so many people. I'm about to get emotional, but let me continue. And the next part is interviews. I'm going to have to interview most of the people and people who have been of great influence to me. We are going to have some interviews about different topics. I'm going to be writing questions and asking them. I'm going to also be asking you people to send messages or questions that you would like to be addressed. Of course, I will be telling you the topic prior to the interview so that we can have a successful and a resourceful interview. I am looking forward to meeting most of the people I've already talked to, and you are going to really enjoy hearing from them. I am also dreaming and hoping that I'm going to meet most of my mentors who have mentored me into this, who have really been of great help. Of course, sometimes they feel like they cannot be accessed, but I am going to believe that through faith, they're going to be here one day in this channel. And I'm going to remind them that I said this. I'm not going to mention their names, but I am looking forward to this part also, the interviews part, because it's going to be very important. Some of the things that we youth do, yes, we can get to understand each other better, but also we need someone who is older or someone who is wiser and has gone through more in life to explain to us. And those are the kind of people I'm going to be bringing. Some of the people have been trained to train people about certain things. So all the things that we have talked about, the financial management, the personal growth, the influence and power, leadership, they're going to be addressed through all these ways. Another thing that is going to be a very, 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 very enjoyable part for me is book analysis. Oh, have you ever read a book and you feel like, I need someone to talk to about this book? I need someone to just hear what they think about this book. I need someone to listen to what I've really learned in this book. I just wish I can have someone who can listen and also tell me what they think about all the most the chapter in this book that really touched them the most, and that is me. I have always loved reading. I have been a reader since I was in primary school. It's just that I had not realized how important it was for me to be a reader. I just did it as a hobby, and I just did it for fun. But as I kept growing and as I changed what I loved reading, I came to start reading self-help books, and I kept enjoying them. I started reading financial books, and I kept enjoying them because I just love anything about books. So I'm so happy because I'm going to meet my fellow readers, and I'm also going to have to talk about the books I've read and some of the books that really touched me, and I am very sure they're going to touch other youths. Some of these books are self-help, some of them are financial books, some of them are just relationship books, and I am just really looking forward towards this, and I am hoping that I will also have friends from this channel that love reading and who will also enjoy this. And the good thing is you don't even have to be able to you don't have to read to enjoy this. I'm also going to be explaining in details books that are going to be helpful. The books that I feel like need to be addressed out here, the books that I feel are addressing most of the issues that I've talked about, I'm going to give details about them So even if you don't love reading, and even if you've not been so much into books, you're going to enjoy those sessions. And I'm sure as we continue, you'll also start loving how helpful books can be, and you're going to be also a good reader, and you're going to be asking for these books. Okay, so I have come to the end of the things I'm going to be talking about this channel. This is the last video about introduction. I've introduced myself far too long. So I'm going to jump right into the videos. I'm going to start with some of the therapeutic sessions, because that is the ones that need me, only me. The rest I'm going to start preparing, and I'm going to be giving the book that we're going to be analyzing in 1 week. So per week we're going to have, either per week or per 2 weeks, we're going to be analyzing a book. So I'm going to be giving you a book to read, and then we're going to analyze that book after 1 or 2 weeks, depending on the size of that book. So thank you for watching to the end, and thank you because I know that you're going to walk this journey with me, and I am very confident that I am going to be achieving my purpose in life, and I am looking forward to just meeting people. I'm looking forward to having to help people, because I think that is the goal of everyone in this life. You want to help as many people as you can. You want to at least be of impact to people's lives. One thing I didn't say is that when you talk to a fellow young person, they get to understand you better, and they get to understand where you're coming from. So I am going to ask you that you don't keep yourself away, don't shut yourself from people. Just find someone you can talk to, and don't let depression take you away. So thank you for watching again. We're going to interact more as we continue. I am really grateful. Thank you so much. Have a blessed week ahead.